Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Making all this extra noise. Whew, y'all up. Y'all up. Y'all up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's 7:30. Today is Monday, August 4th. Okay? Today's August 4th. First day back to school for Gwinnett County. Okay, so I just dropped Sophia off. I got to put her picture up. Sophia's ready to crush the 4th grade. That's the plan. She better do it. But yeah, I told her, get ready to be tired because she got Tumble Pros tomorrow. And cheer season is here. Football season clearly is creeping up on its way, even for the kids. And it's time for them to get their cheer on. It's time to get their football on. It's time to get their cheer on all year long. So yes, good morning, y'all. Did y'all, how was y'all weekend? Y'all had a good weekend? I hope you did. I hope you did. I had a good weekend. I didn't do much. This has been a very um rainy and thunderstormy summer. And this week is supposed to rain and thunderstorm and do all type of stuff. So right now, um, it's definitely like not OD raining, but it's raining. It rained yesterday when I woke up yesterday morning. It was already raining. So it took me all day to get out of bed, of course. Even though you ain't got to try to convince me to get out my bed. I don't need convincing. But let me go ahead and get in my lane so I can already be here. So I'm about to get on the highway right now. But yeah, so whew, Monday. So I'm on my way into the office and you know, whatever. I gotta put a reminder on, even though I don't really need a reminder, I guess, but a reminder on to take some time off for Friday. Because even though school's in, the summer is still not over. But more importantly, I still don't have time for Friday. Let me see. Okay, can y'all see me? All right. All right. So onto the highway I go. Let's see, because I've been telling y'all these last couple of weeks that the people ain't coming to work on Monday. But now that these kids is back in school, these children is back in school, I could already see the traffic in front of me. So we will see. And plus, look at what time it is. I'm getting on the highway at 7:30. The last couple of times I've been coming to y'all, I've been getting to work. I'll be like 10 or 15 minutes early. Just being able to cruise through traffic. So we'll see. But yes. So I hope you guys had some good sleep last night, and I hope you guys had a good weekend. I did. I was still recovering all week from again my family reunion. I said it before the family reunion, and I said it during the week, and I needed a lot of days to recover, and I knew it because we played that game. I kept calling it a jumping game. I didn't know why my body was hurting so bad. It was hurt that next day, that Sunday. All of us was like that. Played that game was like, what in the hell? It's like you didn't realize we don't be jumping. We don't be jumping. My generation, we think we younger than we are, and we act younger than we are, and we do shit as if we younger than we are. We think we at least got an extra 10 years that we owed. I always believe it. We owe 10 years, and that's why we be doing stuff. And our adult lives trying to recoup. We trying to recoup that. We trying to recoup them 10 years. Hey, mom. We trying to recoup them 10 years. But yeah. So we played that. I kept calling it a jumping game, but it's called adult hopscotch. And so we had so much fun playing that. But Lord, my body was like, I'm gonna show you that even though you think you got extra 10 years, you don't. And so my body been upset all week. My body been pissed off all week. I paid the price all week for playing that game. I said, Lord help me. Because he was the only one that could do it. I couldn't even help myself. But it's all good. It's all good, My recovery has been okay, has been pretty decent. And so, let me get in here. I always tell you, I gotta cross over 30 lanes in order for me to get to the fast lane. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 6 lanes. Like it's a game. It's like a game out here that you gotta play in order to be in this traffic. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so definitely the people got to take their kids to school today for sure, because the damn, what's happening? The um the highway is definitely full. The people are on the road. Okay, the buses are out. The kids is on the bus. So I dropped Sophia off. She's ready to crush 4th grade. Excellent. And she's ready to be a cheerleader for 4th grade. Cheer for the football season. They ready. They ready to go. And I'm already tired. She got to go to Temple Pros tomorrow from 6. It started at 6. So that's already pissing me off, right? Because I get off at 4:30, and then it takes me till 5:30 to get all the way towards my house. Then I got to pick her up. So by the time I go get her, it's no time to just stop or nothing. It's like I got to bring her clothes to her after school, and then she got to change there in the bathroom. And then as we did all last week, change in the bathroom, and then she goes straight to practice or whatever she has to do. So, you know, it is what it is. Busy. I've been trying to catch up with my family about going to Colombia, but they told me it was a adult-only trip and adult-only resort. So I can't go. I said, forget y'all. Okay. We need to be having everybody could go resort so that, even when the adults go out, if I can't go, that's okay. I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm trying to travel right now, my daughter has to be able to go. The question is always, can Sophia go? If Sophia can go, I can go. If she can't go, I don't know what anybody's talking about right now. So I'll figure it out. But, hopefully on our next cousin's trip or something we come up with, whether you bring your kid or not, it's not going to be the point. The point is, can kids come? And so that's going to be my point, because I do want her to be traveling. You know what I mean? She got a passport for a reason. Well, the biggest reason she got a passport is from the beginning, as soon as she was born, I said, I don't know if I'm ever going to have to flee the country. And Lord knows, it's time to flee the country. So all the trips that I want to go on, to be honest, let me put my, yeah, the rain is coming. But all the trips that I want to go on or plan to go on in the future has a lot to do with the idea that I could potentially move to that place. So it's not going to be just about vacationing as much as it's going to be about, trying to see and establish, is this a place I think I can be? Because let me go ahead and tell y'all this. So, Temu and Shein, right? Y'all shop there? I haven't shopped at either one of these places. But clearly, this is where the people be shopping. It's cheap, okay? It's cheap. It's 25 cents for all type of stuff, okay? $2, $1, $2. We love those prices. But now, I forgot what the hell they call it. It's like it's an exception that they had globally, where if it was under $800, there was no American tax that we were putting on it to get it imported. But that has done. It's a wrap. Your boy took that out. And so now, the only way you would get this exception is if what you're trying to buy costs over $800. So if it's under $800, the taxes is getting ready to go up. So the stuff that you was paying Shein and Temu, you paying $2, now it's $22 type stuff, okay? Bogus. It's a reason to keep your money in your pocket and hold on to your money, if that's the case. The truth is, most of us don't need all the stuff we keep buying anyway. Especially because it's $2, you just feel like, oh, I got $2, I can do that. I got $10. What can I get for $10? How many items can I get for $10? And so now it's like, no, you can get maybe one item for $10 now, because now you got to pay the taxes on it. So just so y'all know, the exemption that they had globally for items that are being imported into the United States from Hong Kong, China, this ain't just tariffs. There was a global exception. This is separate. This is different. It's separate from the tariffs. Now, if it's under $800, you got to pay. So you want to get your Shein and your Temu on, you better hurry up and do it now, because they did stockpile. Temu and Shein stockpile their items, but you can only stockpile so much. The warehouse can only hold so much. You can only assume so much about what the people are going to be interested in and what they're going to buy, right? So I'm just letting y'all know so y'all can be on top of, the people who buy from Shein and Temu. Go get your stuff. They stockpile as much as they could. Go handle it before that exemption goes into place. Because again, even though the prices, we already know the prices are crazy. And they continue to be crazy. And they creep up every day, every week, every month. And you see it. Like I said the other day, I saw a mango $4.99 a pound. $4.99 a pound. And then the mango was so big that you already know the mango is like a pound and a half. So one mango, I'm supposed to pay $5, $6 for one bite? You crazy. That's out of control. That's out of control. Like I said, if I gotta have a mango that bad, I'll take a bite out of one while I'm shopping, and that'll be my fix. But they can't get me to pay $6 for one mango. Not me. Mango will be off the menu. I'll be skinny for real messing with this regime. We in a regime, y'all. You understand? It's not an administration. We are in a regime, okay? We are in a dictatorship. And it's getting bad. It's getting bad. And the people, there's only one way to really solve this. And America knows. America knows violence. It's the only way. It's the only way to put an end to this is violence. Whatever that means, whatever that might look like. Violence is the answer. It's the only answer. And historically, you can't overthrow a regime without violence. It's just that us Americans, my generation before me, generation now, we don't experience life in the way that we read about. We've only read about it. We know violence happens, but we not, our first real taste of violence was January 6th when they went to the Capitol. What happened at the Capitol was terrible, and we know that. What needs to happen is way worse than what went down at the Capitol. As far as what needs to happen, it gets worse. There's a lot of blueprints that we do have to be able to execute it. But yeah, everybody's not going to make it. And that's the unfortunate part. Everybody's not going to make it through. And it's a lot of people not willing to sacrifice. And the people who really need to sacrifice are the people who made this happen in the first place. There's no reason to jump into a fight that nobody's starting. And at this point, in order for black people to jump in for real, y'all got to set it off. It's the only way that we're going to know for sure that y'all really done playing these games. But until then, as long as the idea is you think you superior, show us. Show us the superiority. Show us. Show us. Show whoever. Show everybody. If you think you better than and you think you could do it. Do it. Because if not, we're gonna watch you suffer like we've always suffered. But we gotta watch you. Oh damn! I hope he don't jump. And I'm glad he got down after I went past. But there was a guy sitting up on the median of the highway. He might be trying to cross, but he's doing too much on a Monday when everybody's trying to get back to school. But yeah, violence is the only way. It's only solution to the problem, right? But anyway, I'll move on. I just heard as I'm driving that they're trying to get rid of anime. I'm not a big anime fan, but a lot of people are anime fans. I said, listen, the anime nerds, they might hack. They might get to hacking. They might get to hacking, but I hate it for America because there's so much and so many people that's going to have to get involved and get upset before the violence can ensue. I'm a spectator here. I'm a spectator. You know, I participate the best way that I know how, and the best way I know how right now is to just be able to talk about it, you know, in the morning with y'all, based on, you know, me researching or looking at stuff and just telling y'all what I found out or what I heard, or what they said, what the people said. But that's how I participate right now, you know. But mm, like I said, enough people ain't been hurt. It's a lot of people in this United States, but enough of them ain't been hurt, and enough of them ain't scared enough. Enough of them ain't took an L. Stop driving like you fucking nervous. Jesus. Holding up progress out here. You got to be able to defensive drive. My uncle told me this, and it's a fact. You got to be a defensive driver, period. If you ain't defensive driving, you holding up traffic. Trust and believe. But anyway, so yeah, they trying to so-called get rid of anime, and the anime nerds are pissed. They heated. And so I want to know what y'all going to do about it then. Anybody, somebody, do something. Do anything. Do anything. But people have to get hurt in order for us to be able to move to whatever the next part of this regime, this dictatorship. People got to get hurt. And I hate that it's taking all of this for people to realize what needs to happen. I can't live in a non-democracy. As soon as my rights really start being infringed on, I have got to go. I have got to go. So that's going to be my point. But I don't think getting rid of anime, like we got bigger fish to fry in this country, and they worried about anime. Anime is very, from my understanding, has a lot of political themes. And so, you know, I don't know how long it's going to take the kids or whoever's interested in anime to, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, whatever you watching on anime, are y'all gonna reenact these ideas? Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take that. Y'all going to have to rise up and waiting for black people to do it. We've been trying to rise, and y'all watching us like spectators. And so now it's our turn to watch y'all because we already know the deal. We already know the deal. The people who made this happen are the people who's going to have to get rid of this. It's up to them. It's up to them. Black people, we gonna be bootsin' on the ground. The boots gonna continue to be on the ground. We gonna continue to make Thanksgiving out of chitlins. Whatever, you know. But so that's that. That's that. But now something I'm willing to talk about too. Now let me see, 7:49. So I'm gonna have a couple of more minutes, but there's something going on right now on the internet where the people are making it seem like, okay, Ari Lennox is the one who started this idea that she has always been upset with the Martin show because of how he treated Pam because of her dark skin. Okay. Hold up. Okay. Or should I be like, hold up. But anyway, but I love the Martin show really bad. Like, it's not really too many episodes that anybody could come for me on. I love that show. From my memory, Martin never mentions Pam's skin tone. Okay? However, he does mention all other so-called stereotypical tropes about black women. Yes, that happens. BDB's nappy hair, her being like an animal, a beast. You gonna have to put your mule up. We don't have food. Well, it's so funny. It's so funny. I'm gonna park outside today because I need access to my car immediately if it's gonna be rainy. But more importantly, my car needs access to the water if it's gonna be rainy. Because I don't know when I'm ever going to get to the car wash. Like, do I ever wash my car? The answer is no, not really. So we'll just let the Lord rain down on my car. I'm going to go ahead and back in, y'all, like a getaway driver, like I always do. And then I got to talk about Martin and Pam some more because this is important to me. This is a very important show to me. Okay, I think the Martin Show and Living Color really shaped a lot of our humor and the things that we find funny and we laugh at. Martin never mentions Pam's skin tone. That's true. But he does, like I said, other stereotypical black tropes that live on to this day were talked about all the time. We laughed down to the ground. It is still funny. It is still funny. And I don't think it's about whether or not Pam said this and said that about him. I get what Ari Lennox was trying to do here, but what we're not going to do, what I'm not going to be able to participate in, is her bringing the Martin Show down in any way. Even with the truth being what it is. I understand my hair is supposed to be so nappy, and because I'm black, and and I can't keep a man, and all of the, Pam don't have a man. Pam got BDBs in the back. You know what I mean? He's calling her. I could barely talk about Martin without crying and laughing because it don't take much to laugh at that show. It's so funny. It's my funniest show for me of all time. But it's hard because it's true on one hand, and on the other hand, that's not how we took it in. We didn't take that information in that way at the time. And now that we're living in sensitive 2025, those ideas are being brought up. They're being brought to the table, and it does have to be acknowledged, and I will do that and say that it's true about stereotypical tropes about black women, whether they could keep a man, whether their hair is nappy. All of those things are true. But at the same time, it's always somebody with nappy hair talking about my hair being nappy. So please, you know what I mean? And so Martin wasn't without nappy ass hair. Shanae going off and doing like, they said Martin's character Shanae was about his sister. If you've ever seen Martin's sister, she looked exactly like Shanae. Which means she looks exactly like Martin. I'm sorry, the shit is hilarious. To me, it's still funny. But I get it, but I'm choosing not to allow those ideas to ruin the Martin legacy for me. The level of funniness that comes with saying that, Pam, to get on your horse and just get up out of here. Oh, God. Oh, snap. Too funny. It's too funny. I'm sorry. Martin is too funny for me to let anybody damage how I feel about it. I see the point. I understand the point. The point is true as far as stereotypical tropes. What's not true is Martin talking about her skin tone. It wasn't about dark skin. If anybody got their skin tone dragged, it was Gina for being high yellow, right? Red bone. He called Gina red bone, right? Jerome would call Gina red bone, and then he would call Pam junk in the trunk. What's up, junk? Red bone, red bone. So Martin's mother called Gino high yellow, and then Jerome would call Gina red bone. Okay? That's what happened. That's how it was. So if anybody's skin tone got talked about, it was Gina's more than Pam's. And they didn't OD rag on Gina's skin tone, but it was brought up as her being yellow bone, red bone, and high yellow. That's the truth. That is the truth. That was funny. But yeah, listen. Black folk, we gotta own our problems and our issues with colorism and realize that all of us, they looking for all of us to be out in them fields picking these strawberries and this cotton. They looking for all of us to do it. It ain't gonna be, and until they can establish what's going on, being a house nigga, I don't know. But that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. So, but I'm not, the legacy of Martin goes down with me. It's in the books. Martin is that show. It established so much humor in the 90s that's still funny to this day. But yeah, I think as a community, we need to let this go. Even with the understanding that, yes, stereotypical tropes about black women did happen in that show. That is a fact. It happens in all shows. There isn't a show happening where a black person shows up where somebody's not trying to say something. That's just the truth. 7:56. That's just the truth. Now, I'm going to go ahead and end it now so I can get upstairs and into the building. But my damn throat is so dry, it's making me sound and feel a certain way. Y'all drinking water? I hope so. Let me see, I got this water right here in here, but I always got to have water on deck. And I suggest y'all do the same. That's another thing I need to make sure y'all get. If you drink bottled water, make sure you go to the store and get some, because even your boy was so pissed about how we got to pay for things that God gave us for free. How you doing? That God gave us for free. Water? Fruit? I forgot what his name is. You son of a bitch. It's so true. The earth provides. The earth provides, and the white man said, and I need you to pay for what the earth provides. Wine, if I could pour the rest of this in here. Go pour it, and then I'll drink it. Anyway, y'all, today's Monday. If your kid went back to school this week, good luck. Good luck to all the kids going back to school. I'm going to post a picture of Sophia for her first day. She was so happy to go into her little clothes. You know what I'm saying? She loved to wear a sweater so bad, like these kids. I'm like, it's summer. What are you doing? But I don't have time. I'm the one who bought the sweater. I'm the culprit. You know, I'm the problem, clearly. But, so she's so happy to have her sweater on, her little outfit for the day. Excellent. So, but, y'all have a good day today. All right? Don't let nobody piss you off. If you do let somebody piss you off, make sure your recovery time is always in an improving mode. Improve your recovery time. What's that? What was that just flew? Y'all saw that shit? Make sure your recovery time is better and you're always working on it. I'm trying to do the same. Honestly. It used to, and sometimes takes me a minute to recover when I get upset about things. And it also depends on what I'm pissed off about. But particularly at work, if you plan on keep on getting paid, fuck these people. Okay? Get paid. What you can say, say. What you should not say, try to hold. What you might be able to say, you pull the people to the side. Your word against theirs. Every time I recommend it. But for the most part, engaging, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Once you say what you need to say, let it be over right then and there. Let the people, as I say, argue in the comments about my point, my position. Argue in the comments. Argue with somebody else, not me. There's no argument here. After I say my point, the point has been made. And I suggest the same for others. Okay? Y'all have a good day. I plan to do the same. Like I said, don't let nobody piss you off. Make sure you're drinking your water. Okay? And that's it. I will see y'all tomorrow. The plan is for me to wake up, live to fight another day for tomorrow. Y'all know I go into the office on Mondays and Tuesdays. I plan to take some time on Friday. I did go to work Friday, y'all. I did work on Friday, but I did take 1 hour. I left an hour early, but I had some work I needed to do and catch up on from the week. So this week, this Friday, I'm going to try to do my work this week so that Friday I could be like, no. It's supposed to rain all week too. Ain't nobody got time. Not a minute. But anyway, y'all have a good one. And the plan is for me to see y'all tomorrow. All right. Bye.